excited to talk to you because this is a subject that's been heavy on my mind because of tradition, right? We don't always honor and recognize our traditions and celebrate those. So I'm so happy that you, being with Potomac the Hospitality Group, you're the CEO. I'm going to consider you the expert on what to do to maintain and sort of, celebrate our tradition. So welcome to Let's Talk.
Thank you so much for having me. We're so happy to be here today and talk about all things hospitality and cultural traditions.
Yeah. So, when we say cultural, especially as Black folks, right?
Yes.
How do you define cultural traditions? I mean, I've been trying to come up with a list of things that I know that we do that we may not consider part of our culture, but what are some of those things you have come up with?
I think a very popular cultural tradition, just in general, that we know a lot of people of color, African Americans have in common is like Sunday dinner, right? We always have that one family member's house, whether it's mom or grandmom or, another side of the family that you go to. And there's always this amazing Sunday dinner where you gather with all your cousins and sometimes extended family, and you just have a good time being together. And so for us, that started out as a catering company, and that's what Potomac Hospitality does on a day-to-day basis. And eventually that led to one of our flagship restaurants called Ruby's, where we want people to kind of have that Sunday experience, that family reunion experience every day. It's available every day. And so just the gathering, the celebration of each other, the love that we have for one another. There's a lot of things that I think that as African Americans, we kind of all have had in our households, whether it was getting our hair done for Easter with a hot comb or having Sunday dinner or, just family reunions. There's so many things that we do that happen in Black households all across the U.S. And so we're happy to honor those traditions.
And one of the other things that I think about is since we're coming up on New Year's, the meals that we make, and what those meals mean to us as far as tradition is concerned. The Black Eyed Peas.
The big one, yep, exactly. Black Eyed Peas. So at Ruby's, our flagship, we do close to 200 pounds of Black Eyed Peas every New Year's Eve and prep for New Year's Day because it's just one of those things that everybody has to have on the holiday to celebrate, to bring in the new year.
So one of the things that caught our attention is the fried chicken and champagne event that you all do. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yep. So fried chicken and champagne is our luxury dining experience. We host it across the U.S. For the last year or so, last 2 years, actually, we've hosted it in the D.C. And so for 2025, we're taking it abroad a bit. But it's a secret supper experience. So you really don't get any details up until 48 hours, sometimes 2 weeks before the event. And so you're able to purchase your tickets. You're able to see recaps of the event in the past, but all you know is that you're going to show up somewhere. We're going to send you your address, and your job is to show up, and we'll take care of everything else. And so usually we send out the notice a couple of days before, and sometimes it has a theme, sometimes it doesn't. The last one that we did was Moroccan nights, and so we kind of invited people to come to Marrakesh with us for a night. And so we partner on a farm and brandy wine that we manage. Guests are able to come down, they valet park, there's a cocktail reception, they're able to tour the cottages on the property, and then we invite them over to the Grand Lawn for dinner. On that Grand Lawn, at the last one, we had a Moroccan band there performing as they came in. There's past hors d'oeuvres, they go down to the Grand Lawn, there's belly dancers, there's a DJ, there's a band, there's live music. And then we're really happy that we have an amazing culinary team. Our culinary director, Chef Jerome Grant, our pastry chef and Food Network star Padua Player. They always curate these amazing menus that are kind of based on the theme of the evening. And so we dine and dance the night away under the stars or wherever we're at.
Wow. You call it, a secret supper experience. And it is a secret, but it's amazing. I mean, it seems like it's very well coordinated. And, where did you get the concept from?
So we wanted to, so we're kind of a hybrid business. So we have one thing that's our flagship restaurant, Ruby's, and then we also are a full service catering company. And so we wanted to create a way for people to have an amazing dining experience that wasn't just always about going to the city, or going, out of town to have a really great experience. And so what ways could we do that and do something a bit elevated? And so we thought it would be a good idea to host this event. And so initially we did it just bringing change makers together in our community who we felt were doing the same work that we do in the community, supporting communities and kind of building this ecosystem. And eventually that led to us opening the dinner to the general public, and it kind of just took off from there.
I want to step back a minute, because, sometimes we throw these titles out and we just assume, founder and CEO, okay, blah, 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 of the Potomac Hospitality Group. But you are the founder and CEO of the Potomac Hospitality Group.
I am, yeah.
Tell us, what led you on this road? What's your background?
Yeah, so I have a culinary and hospitality background. I've been in the industry almost, I'm going to give away my age, a little over 25 years. And so just as a teenager, my mom kind of maybe saw it in me early. I mentioned to you that we would have these huge dinners. My mom, my grandparents would have these huge dinners. That led to me loving to set the table and loving to be in the kitchen and just loving that gathering. And so when I was younger, my mom just suggested that I go to culinary school. So I went to culinary school. I ended up doing hospitality management and all the things, which eventually led me to internships at hotels. And I worked my way through the industry until I got into private event catering and working for larger firms in the DC area. And then eventually I branched off on my own with my husband. And so here we are 8 years later, still doing the work.
Well, I'm going to give you my own round of applause, because this is just it's amazing. And it's funny. I don't a lot of what we do comes from what we were exposed to as young people, right? And then to know that you had the support of your family to pursue this, and now you've got this company that is just really serving the public in a lot of different ways. You talked about Ruby Southern Comfort Kitchen.
Yes.
And tell us a little bit about that.
So Ruby's is me honoring my immediate family, my mom and my dad. But Ruby was my grandmother, my dad's mom. And so even if you come in the restaurant, you'll see this gorgeous mural on the wall, a picture of her and her 6 sons. She was born in South Carolina and she moved to DC. And a lot of our family is still in the area. And so this was my way of kind of sharing what it's like to be a part of my family every day with the rest of the world. And so guests can come in. When we come in, we hope that guests feel like cousins. We hate cousin when you come in the door. Our team wears hate cousin t-shirts. We hope that you feel like you're a part of that cruise family when you come in. And so the menu is very nostalgic, traditional comfort food. So you can get anything from, fried chicken and the classics, mac and cheese, candy yams, greens. Or our culinary director is always doing something different. So sometimes you can get things that are a bit more elevated. And so we have short ribs and all these amazing other recipes that our team has put together to pay honor to Ruby and her children.
Now, where's Ruby's located?
We're in Bowie, Maryland. So 4410 Mitchellville Road, Bowie, Maryland, 20716.
Okay. And how long has Ruby's been open?
So we've been open. Ruby's has been open going on 6 years. The new location that we're in now has been open 1 year. We moved from our original location last year to this new build out. Did
you say 60 years?
6 years.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me say, wow, we should be celebrating our birthday. The informer 60 this year. So, but that's amazing. That's great. Because, a lot of restaurants did not make it through COVID.
Through the pandemic. Yeah. I mean, it was definitely like trials and tribulations going through COVID, right? Not just for us, but for everyone. But the community that we're in really, really supported us. We wanted to stay open and we fought hard to maintain and to manage. And so our team stuck it out with us. And so we kind of made it through and are coming back now. And so we're so excited. And we were in the build out in the middle of COVID. And so that delayed us by about a little over a year. Our build out took us 2 years to get into this building. And so we're happy to be still standing here, almost 42 team members strong.
That's amazing. That is congratulations. I've got to say that as well. So what do you have planned for the holidays? And then in addition, what should people plan for the holidays? If they don't make it to Ruby's or some of your events, what would you advise people to do to keep that holiday spirit going in their own house?
Absolutely. So I'll start with what we have going. Next up, we're hosting a private event for the seniors and the community in the greater DMV area. Every year we host what's called a Friendsgiving event. It's called Senior Friendsgiving, where seniors through different agencies are selected via lottery to participate, and they can come in on the day that we hosted, and there we bring in volunteers. We serve them an amazing Thanksgiving meal, and they get to hang out with other seniors from different communities here at our building. And then next, every year, we also host Breakfast with Santa. Tickets will go on sale in about 2 weeks for that. And that's where guests can purchase tickets for them and their families to come in and kind of be here with our Black Santa for the day. And so we have elves, we have sleighs, we have rides, we have all the things where guests can purchase tickets and come and hang out with us and have an amazing brunch that morning. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm being silly. You said sleighs, right? Like a sleigh ride.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Right. Good.
Yeah. Okay. And then what can we do to kind of keep tradition going? So I think if you're looking to have an amazing Thanksgiving, one, I would say you go order from us, right? Holiday Catering is live. It's one of our busiest days of the year. We do close to 400 catering orders for Thanksgiving annually. So if you don't feel like getting in the kitchen and doing all the work, call us. But if you do want to get in the kitchen, I would say bring your family together, right? The night before Thanksgiving, call your sisters, call your cousins, call your friends, and do the simple things. It doesn't have to be a very complicated Thanksgiving. It could be whatever you want it to be. It's at the end of the day, it's about celebrating and being thankful for having each other. We are thankful for God and for the blessings that we have for us. And so it's just an amazing, amazing time of the year to celebrate love and for being thankful.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. I'm really glad, we've got folks watching the show and talking about how much they're really enjoying all that's been shared. And so we got to remember, I'm looking forward to coming out to Ruby's. I've heard about Ruby's, Candi, but I for real, I haven't been there.
Yeah, you got to come see us.
Yeah, I definitely have to do that. And I bring my appetite with me no matter
yes.
where I go. So I look forward to enjoying a meal there and, just knowing more about what you all are doing. So we're going to keep up with you. And I guess the last thing with regards to those black eyed peas that you cook on New Year's, you talked about how many pounds of that. I mean, do you do New Year's catering as well?
We do. So for all the major holidays, we offer catering, but we offer catering every single day. So we have catering orders going out every day. You can order from us Tuesday through Sunday on the days that we're open for catering. And it can be black eyed peas or anything else that you like.
Wonderful. Those, people, and I've heard people say they like to eat them, but they don't know how to make them, collard greens or any of that, which we know are traditional foods that Black folks eat,
right.
on that holiday for lots of different reasons. So thank you so very much for being with us. I know you got to get busy getting ready for what's coming up.
We're getting ready to vote, right? I think that's the big thing on everybody's ticket right now is we're excited. We do a voter registration drive every year, a couple of times a year. So we're really excited to get all of the young people that work for us are voting this year. We're so excited to go out to the polls next week.
Wow, that's really good. When you say the young folks are voting, that's good. That's good. That's what we want to do. Get them to the polls as well as our seniors and the rest of us. So thanks much.
Thank you. Take care.
All right. Thank you. You too.